This is the closing market report for Monday on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network. I'm Riley Smith. On the phone right now with Bill Moore of Price Futures Group as we wrap up another day in the ag marketplace. Bill, what have you seen going on in the grain and livestock markets to kick off this week?
The market's stabilizing. It's had a pretty good downdraft the last couple of weeks. Extremely oversold. July corn has dropped 70 cents since the middle of May. July beans $1.20 and July wheat $1. Today they're up, except for the beans. Corn's up 2, wheat's up 6. So the main fundamentals affecting the market, the weather's jumped into the front seat, and the weather in the central U.S. has been very benign. Rain coming this week. Crops off to a good start. We'll get readings today at 3 o'clock, but the weather's been very good, and the market has dropped accordingly with planting pressure. Second thing would be the Iran war. I think the market's getting numb. Announcements from over there, just as everybody else is in the U.S. You know, it's every day. It's conflicting information. Trump says peace talks are ongoing, and he thinks they'll happen within a week. And at the same time, missiles and drones are flying back and forth lately between Israel and Iran. So just hard to say, but the market I think, is kind of divorcing itself from that fundamental. Third thing would be the U.S.-China trade deal, which I think is good, but no concrete announcements have come on that yet, and the market's not liking that. Finally, we have quite a few reports. We've got the 3 o'clock, the crop readings. Good to excellent should be over 70%. On Thursday, we have export sales at 7:30, and also Thursday we have the WASDE report comes out at 11 o'clock. So that's something to look out for. Not a lot of surprises expected, but those reports are always important. And then at the end of the month, June 30, at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday, biggie, the final numbers for planted acres and quarterly stocks. So all those numbers coming. We did have some pretty good export news today, maybe helping support the corn. First, we had 2 flash sales, 103,000 corns to 3,000 metric tons of corn to Japan and 264,000 beans to unknown. And we had the 10 a.m. inspections that were reasonably good. Corn 1.911 million metric tons. It's over the top end of the range. Beans 398,000. That's in the middle. And wheat 319,000. That's in the middle. So those were good. That's pretty much the news in the grains, stabilizing after coming in to this week very oversold. Livestock taking a pretty good hit today. I think maybe the market overdid the reaction to the screwworm, finding a screwworm incident. I think it was in Texas, first one in the U.S. in 60 years. The market soared off that news last week, particularly the feeders. You look at the chart of August feeders. In 2 days' time, they rallied $25, and that was a little too much. So they're taking some of that back today because I think they've got that under control. So the cattle's down today. Feeders are down about $4. Fats are down about 3 to 4, and even the hogs are down a little bit lower. Hog market is giving the signs, turning the corner, but back down off its lows today. It did have a rally last week, about $4, but it couldn't do anything with the rally. Back down again off the lows. Sooner or later, the consumer is going to opt for the cheap pork over the expensive beef. I know it's say it most every day. It seems logical that'll happen, but it sure hasn't happened yet. So the market today, particularly in the cattle, which had a big 2-day up, it was overdone, and they're correcting some of that gain from the last 2 days.
All right, Bill, lots of great information today. For anybody who would like to get in touch for more marketing information and check out your newsletter, how can they do that?
630-947-5176. wmore@pricescoop.com. Check out my newsletter, Agmaster, www.pricescoop.com, the company website. Look at the bios with Jack Scoville, myself. We've both been there a long time. We'd love to help you out.
That again was Bill Moore of Price Futures Group. We'll look at the numbers next.
ACM and CMA award winner, Hardy.
That's my favorite country song.
Live in concert.
I woke up on the wrong side of the truck bed this morning.
August 13th, 8 p.m., Iowa State Fair Grandstand.
You got it good, old boy.
With special guest McCoy Moore. Hardy Live. Reserve tickets on sale now through iowastatefair.org. Hardy 2026.
At the close, July corn up 1 1/4 at 4.18 3/4. December new crop went unchanged at 4.46 even. July soybeans down 5 3/4 at 11.15 3/4. November new crop down 2 even at 11.35 1/2. July soybean meal down 5.80 at 302.70. Soybean oil up 44 cents at 74.56. Chicago wheat up 3 1/4 at 5.83 1/4. Kansas City hard red winter wheat up 9 even at 6.29 3/4. Minneapolis spring wheat went unchanged at 6.19 1/2. July oats down 1/4 cent at 3.12 1/4. On the Merc, June live cattle down 3.55 at 246.52. August feeders down 3.20 at 350.70. July lean hogs down $1.42 at 97.37. July pork cutout went unchanged at 116.02. And June Class 3 milk up 2 cents at 16.15. That's been a check of the closing market prices. Thanks again to Bill Moore of Price Futures Group for joining us today here on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network, where Iowa Ag matters. I'm Riley Smith.